To discuss that a bit further, we're now joined with Professor Nabil Mikhail, who is a professor at George Washington University, who's joining us live now from Washington. Professor, thanks a lot for joining us. Now, this amount, $1.5 billion, only $200 million of that has been received. Does that not, in a sense, show a lack of goodwill towards the Syrian people on the part of the likes of the United States and these many Arab countries?
It also shows something more important, which is corruption. Basically, there is a great deal of embezzlement, manipulation of funds, basically theft. So the agony of Syria is more acute, is more tragic because the provision of aid is not reaching the real target. The irony is that who will step in to increase the flow of aid? Is it the Arab League? Is it the Organization of Islamic or the Conference of Islamic Nations? Is it Turkey? I think there is no concern, a genuine concern about alleviating the tragedy of the Syrian people. This is just a shame that the Syrians are suffering. The aid that is supposed to get to them is not reaching them, and the question is whom is to blame? Frankly, it could be a real tragedy. I predict some sort of privatization of foreign assistance to Syria. In other words, there could be private groups, private individuals, nations individually and separately providing assistance to Syria. But the question is, this is not enough. The increase in the number of refugees is swelling day after day. So it is really, I mean, Syria is becoming like Stalingrad under the Nazis, just something really, really a shame on any sense of humane behavior.
Professor, we just have under a minute left, so I wanted to ask you, if the concern of the world is not the Syrian people, then what is the concern of those countries that are supporting the likes of the insurgents in the country?
Syria for me is some sort of a grand chessboard. I think many people are viewing it this way. I look at the conflict and I see there is a geopolitical side, there is a humanitarian side. I hope that there could be a balance between the two, but there is no equilibrium. So basically, it is some sort of a chessboard. Everyone is moving his pieces, and everyone who is marginalized, like the population at large, is basically suffering. So I think the Obama administration has to balance the strategic and the humanitarian concern, and the report you mentioned should be a reminder or should be the genesis of a quick action. But unless really some senior American official gets involved into this, I think little help will reach the Syrian people.
All right, we'll have to leave it there for now, but of course we do appreciate your insight. That was Professor Nabil Mikhail of George Washington University speaking to us live from Washington.